It's not too late for change. And as the new year is approaching, it's something that you really want to start now, especially if you've been doing some sorts of stuff. Because you don't have to think so much of like, oh, I got to do a 360 change. You don't have to think so much of like, I have like 4 or 5 things that I have to change, and I've only gone one or half of one. Because as long as you're putting something into place, the potential that you already have that you're going to end up reaching, you will get there. You just have to keep going, and you need to have direction, right? So when you have direction and you know which ways to go, you're not going to be lost. With direction, you get the sense of, I'll be just fine. Even when you have bad days, you still get up and do the best you can. Even if getting up that day, let's say if it's your off day or a day that you're just sick or not feeling well, and while you're in bed, it could just be like, I'm going to spend hours here. I'm just going to do it. And when you're in bed, what you need to be doing is making sure your headspace is clear. And I'm talking about your mentality, your mind, what's up in your brain. It needs to be filtered out with the negativity coming out. So since we talk, or not we, but if you're new to my channel, you'll start realizing I talk a lot about mental health, a lot about what goes on in your brain and why it's so important to prioritize your mental health. In other videos, I'll dive way more into it. However, right now, I just want to focus on, are you even attempting, right? Because if you just choose to say, okay, well, I'm already having a funk, I'm already in a slump mood, I'm already in bed, let me just be negative the whole day. That's already taken away from anything that's in your control. And also another thing, if you're new, I'm going to be talking a lot about God and spirituality and being a Christian and how Jesus Christ has saved me in multiple ways. And if it's not for him, like, for one, I wouldn't be here, like, legit. And I say this in the sense of, like, my life would have had a major turnaround. My faith wouldn't be the same. And you just never know, right? Like, it could happen going down a bad path. You could have bad influences in life. You could have a life that you just don't know what's next, right? And you put yourself in predicaments where it could be the wrong place, wrong time. My point is that it's just through Christ that my life is the way that it is, and all glory to him. And I truly hope God blesses y'all. So that being an important part of my life, I'm going to be mentioning it, and we'll be going through a journey together. Obviously, I'm going through my own journey. However, I really want to make sure people feel supported. I want to have a community here, and I want people to understand that, like, life does get better as well, and that, like, we're really human. We go through things. We all do, and in different ways. Now, back to how I was saying it's not too late and you can change that mindset. Think about the things that might seem like isn't a big deal necessarily, but you're not even doing. So let's say it's not a big deal to do it because, for instance, some people feel like affirmations or reading scripture isn't really going to make them maybe feel away. Maybe they've done it a few times and they didn't really truly feel away. However, they don't even continue to do it, right? Like sometimes, and it's happened to me multiple times, where I'll read the Bible, maybe have a solid week, and then legit go like a few months, not necessarily not reading scripture, just not maybe opening my Bible up, instead maybe using the app or just watching sermons or something. And I'm not saying that you have to do things a specific way. Like, you're still getting the word, you're still back to affirmations, filling your mind with positivity. You're still telling yourself, for instance, like, I am saved by grace and mercy, and I'm thankful, and I'm so grateful. That sorts of stuff, like gratitude, thankfulness, positivity, uplifting, words of affirmation with scripture, all that sorts of stuff. Now, to my point of you didn't stick it through and you're not giving it the power that it deserves. So if, let's say, you feel like it's too late, it's also you've made up your mind. It's like you're blocking every single blessing that wants to come to you. There is no pushing it away. And I'm saying this because this is the mindset you have to have, right? You have to have a mindset of, I don't want this anymore, where I'm going through not believing in myself, where my potential, I could just literally feel how it's washing away, diminishing, gone. And y'all, I will be talking a lot in like audios and stuff like that. Like I'll do audio form videos. And I will be also doing like maybe I will be doing sit downs. What am I saying? I know I will be. I just don't want to say anything if I'm not 100% certain, but I am going to be doing that. I just want to give you guys a heads up, especially for people that have been subscribed to this channel for a while. If you don't know, I do have another channel. But yes, because